All right, group. Let's take a little time today to get inspired. I wanted to read you a short story called "The Butterfly." It's a pretty famous short story that can teach us a lot. And so I'll read it, and then I'll give you just a few short comments or thoughts at the end, kind of get you thinking about your own life and making comparisons between what you've been through and what the story is sort of teaching us. So here we go. A man found a cocoon of a butterfly. One day, a small opening appeared. He sat and watched the butterfly for several hours as it struggled to force its body through a little hole. Then it seemed to stop making any progress. It appeared as if it had gotten as far as it could and it could go no farther. Then the man decided to help the butterfly. He took a pair of scissors and snipped the remaining bit of the cocoon. The butterfly then emerged easily. Something was strange. The butterfly had a swollen body and shriveled wings. The man continued to watch the butterfly because he expected at any moment the wings would enlarge and expand to be able to support the body, which would contract in time. But neither happened. In fact, the butterfly spent the rest of its life crawling around with a swollen body and deformed wings. It was never able to fly. What the man, in his kindness and haste, did not understand was that the restricting cocoon and the struggle required for the butterfly to get through the small opening of the cocoon are life's way of forcing fluid from the body of the butterfly into its wings so that it would be ready for flight once it achieved its freedom from the cocoon. Sometimes struggles are exactly what we need in our life. If nature allowed us to go through all our life without any obstacles, that would cripple us. We would not be as strong as what we could have been. Not only that, we could never fly. So what I want you to think about is, what are your small cocoons in life? Day to day we have challenges of just kind of taking care of ourselves, making our bed or folding laundry, loading, unloading the dishwasher, chore kind of stuff, or maybe even homework could be a cocoon. And how much help do you get with those things? It's okay to ask for help, but how often do you rely upon help in order to do your daily responsibilities? Sometimes the more we have people do things for us, the more challenged we're going to be down the line when it's time for us to do them on our own. And then in life, sometimes we have large cocoons. Those large cocoons can be, family disruptions, or, your parents having problems with their relationship, or you're having problems with relationships. These are big cocoons, or maybe even losing a loved one. And we're going to have to find a way to reframe those things and look at them differently so we can learn something and move on and sort of accept it. We can't change everything that happens to us, but we can change our reaction. We can change the way that we look at it over time. It's not going to happen right away. So I want you to think about what your small cocoons are and how often are we relying on other people to do those things for us. And then think about your big cocoons, the tough things that you've been through and how you've been managing those things and how you've been dealing with those. And I'd love it if you'd write in the comments below just whatever your thoughts were about that story and what you're going through. You can keep it general. You don't have to tell us your deepest, darkest stuff, but analyze it and work on it. And that's what's going to make you a great person is don't let people do for you what you can and should do for yourself. I think about growing up at home with my mom. My mom meant well. She did a lot for us kids, and I love that. It actually made my life easy. I didn't have to do much, but as I got older and moved out and had my own apartment, and then I finally moved in with somebody else, which was my wife, I had to step up and do a lot more than I used to. And it was really hard at first, and it caused a lot of kind of anguish between the two of us until I stepped up and learned how to do some of those domestic responsibilities. And I think I would have been better equipped had I, sort of was trained or empowered earlier on in my life. And so I want you to think about that. Maybe you need to be doing more now so that when you have to do them later, you'll be prepared. All right. Hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.